there was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant.
Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
How about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay?
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give our praises to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and peace and blessing to the whole collective Israel. And this lesson is basically going to be about Esau's worst nightmare, which is the unity of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And as you can see, post-production, the clip from The Bug's Life, showing, the main antagonist, which his name was Hopper, which is a resemblance of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, in front of the congregation of these other heathen nations. Okay, that can go into Psalms, the 83rd chapter of that confederacy. The heathens being in one accord, coming against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, trying to keep you guys separate, keep you guys oppressed, and keep you out of the knowledge and understanding of YAHAWASHI, which will come down to the understanding of your own selves and who you are. Because today we're called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, bywords and proverbs, everything except for who we really and truly are, which are children of the Most High. We've been oppressed of our heritage. We are people robbed and spoiled. Why? Because chiefly, the so-called white man and the rest of his minions, these other heathen nations, have come against us to separate us. And mainly because this is the punishment of our iniquity of the Heavenly Father, us being disobedient. All right, but this is what the so-called white man's worst nightmare is. And the other heathen nations is a unity of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and realizing that you are the same people, because that means that their time is up. All the money and time and effort they put into trying to cash you off and cut you off of being in remembrance, it came to naught. All right, and coming to the frustration of the so-called white man, knowing he has but a short time, that's why he's going to come down having great wrath. All right. But, the greatest threat to this world is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up to who you are. All right, because that means the kingdom of heaven will get ready to be established. And that's exactly what's happening. All right. So I'm going to start here in Psalms chapter 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity. All right, and that's what's happening to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's what you see here on highways and byways. All right, crying out unto you. All right, it's us to come back together, and not in a way of man. This is not of man. This is not us coming together doing our own will. This is chiefly the will of YAHAWASHI. All right, us coming back to remembrance to who we are and remembering ourselves in the land of our captivity. All right, but this is Esau's worst nightmare. This is the greatest threat to this country, in this world in general. All right, is you, again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking back up to who you are and coming back together. Because that means, that means they're coming out of their rulership again. All right, but this is because the Most High has had compassion upon his people, and he's sent forth his prophets, all right, his servants, to what? To lead us and bid us back onto our maker, all right, our power, which is YAHAWASHI. All right, so to get that, this is Jeremiah chapter 3, and start at verse 14. Jeremiah 3 and 14. Turn, O backsliding children. All right, that's us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Us in our rebellion, all right, has turned us away from our power. But again, as the Most High's mercy has always been upon us, all right, he's calling us back to come back together again. All right, this is Jeremiah 3 and 14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord Yahweh, for I am married unto you. All right, thy maker is thy husband. All right, that's in Isaiah. I think, I'm not sure, 54, if I'm not mistaken. You know, thy maker is thy husband. The Most High is married unto us, meaning, you know, he put his name on us. All right, marriage, all right, means what? Joined together. You know, the Most High put his name upon us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He put his name on us. Okay, meaning, you know, we've been joined together of our power. All right, other nations aren't called by the Most High's name. Only you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which you are the same people, but for edification, you know, we say so-called, but you are the biblical Israelites. You are the people of the book. You are the Most High's chosen people. All right, but continuing. And I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. All right, so and going into that, you know, that's just for this go around. All right, it's going to be a small amount of people that come into the salvation of the Most High. All right, being the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven. All right, because not all of our people are going to turn back. All right, because they're going to be stuck in their rebellion, in their stony hearts. Okay, and then for that cause, the Most High is going to have to cut them off, and they're going to have to come back through the righteous loins of the elect, which are going to birth them back. All right, but they nonetheless will be in the kingdom of heaven, and they're still the Most High's chosen. All right, but continuing is verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart. According to mine heart, okay, the Most High's heart, meaning, you know, his mind, his intention, his will, okay, what he wants. Okay, continuing, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right, in the beginning of knowledge is the fear of YAHAWASHI. So we are being instilled back the fear of our maker, and that's why we have understanding. All right, and the understanding is that the Most High's will is to bring us back together. So to further expound on this, this is Ephesians chapter 4. So it's going to be like a quick lesson. It doesn't have to be too long. Ephesians chapter 4, and I'll start at verse 11. And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints. All right, the Most High saints are, which I can try to show real fast, is his people, which is Psalms 148. Yep, the YAHAWASHI. This is Psalm 148 and 14. He exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. All right, the Most High saints is his people. All right, just had to prove that. Okay, but going back to Ephesians chapter 4, and going back to verse 12, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahawashi Mashiach. Okay, the true name of the Messiah is Yahawashi, not Jesus Christ. All right, the Most High and his Son spoke the Hebrew. All right, and there's no J in the Hebrew alphabet. All right, the Paleo Hebrew. All right, not the Hebrew you see today, which is just gibberish. All right, but for the perfecting of the saints, meaning the perfecting of his people, because that's what the intent was of the Most High when he put us. He made us in his image. All right, for us to be perfect like he is perfect. All right, so it's been a long journey into that process. All right, but we're coming into the finishing of that. All right, we're coming into the time where we're going to be perfect. All right, the fulfillment of the covenant, the promise that the Most High made onto our forefathers. Okay, because which we are our forefathers. All right, this is what continues verse 13, till we all come in the unity of the faith. All right, faith in who? All right, our power. All right, because we are the people of faith. All right, it's impossible to please the Most High without faith. We're the only people on the earth with faith. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's just programmed in you to have faith. You're the people of the faith. All right, but in this time we have, well, majority of our people, 2/3 to be exact, have faith in the wrong things. All right, but what's gonna bring, what's gonna bring you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans back together? It's our Maker. All right, not Afrocentric Black Power nonsense, not this Egyptology nonsense. Nothing, no other doctrine besides, the laws, statutes, commandments that the Most High has given us. That's it. That's the only way we're going to be brought back together. All right, with the fulfillment of the Most High sending His only begotten Son to redeem us. But He's not coming as a man, as prophecy states. No man shall buy thee, no man shall redeem thee. Hence why YAHAWASHI is not coming back as a man. All right, He's coming back to turn back our captivity and turn back our foolish ways, and coming back into full remembrance of who we are. But continuing, I'll read again, Ephesians 4:13, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Mashiach. Okay, that's the fulfillment of, the Most High sending His Son to bid us back onto the Heavenly Father. Bringing us back onto the Heavenly Father, which we, because of our foolishness, we turned away from Him, and now we're being brought back through His Son. But continuing, 14, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine. Us falling for every manner of thing as far as nonsense goes. Believing in with this and that, everything except for the truth which has been hid for so long, but it cannot be hid no more. Because the Most High, He doesn't work according to the ways of man. He does His own thing. He is the Almighty, the Alpha and the Omega, and His plan is to what? To bring you so-called Negroes and Latinos back together, all right, and stop with the foolishness, pretty much. Okay, again, because the only way we're gonna be brought back together is, the only way we're going to be brought back together is by YAHAWASHI. All right, there was one power. There was, we're going to be in one mind and one faith, with one mediator. All right, one unity. Okay, this is what's happening. All right, in the four corners of the earth is the unity of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is almost like a fairy tale according to this world. But guess what? It's getting ready to come to fruition because it's already been written. It means thus as shall be done. All right, but continuing, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, which is, again, chiefly the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom, the people of the Most High's indignation, all right, the cursed people of the earth, all right, and the rest of you heathen nations which have fallen by his drunkenness, all right, to deceive you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to cut off, rape, rob, and murder and destroy you to a point to where we are today, to where we are, we're lost sheep. But again, like the scriptures say, the Most High disappointed the enterprise of the wicked. All right, their enterprise, and their plans is to destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's the only thing in the way of His new world order. All right, you see all this chaos going around, and it's simply because the Most High is getting ready to return and redeem His people. All right, but verse 15. But speaking the truth in love may grow into Him in all things, which the head, even Mashiach, all right, the head, being our everlasting King, okay, through YAHAWASHI, all right, our power. All right, we're being joined together in unity by YAHAWASHI, none other. Okay, again, the so-called white man's worst nightmare. All right, the spirit of truth, which this world cannot receive. All right, but the Most High said, my sheep hear my voice. All right, if this gospel be hid, to be hid to them that are lost. So again, 2/3 of our own people are not going to get this. All right, this is not for a majority of the masses. This is not a so to say a worldly movement. This is something done in the shadows of this world. All right, the secret place of the Most High, and only a select few are going to receive this, which is the elect. All right, which is the 144,000 and that great multitude, the 1/3. All right, which is going to be the first fruits of the kingdom. All right, but to wrap this all up, all right, I have to get Ezekiel 37 and start at verse 15. The word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it, for Judah and the children of Israel his companions. For Judah and the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it, for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. So this is talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right, which breaks down to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to your whatever tribe you fall upon. All right, and that stick being that 12 tribe chart that you see here, from down from our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, all right, to the men you see here on the highways and byways. All right, which you Ephraimites are you so-called Puerto Ricans. All right, and the Ephraimites are the head of the northern tribes. All right, and Judah is the head of the southern tribes. All right, and we're coming into a point where we're getting ready to be one nation. Okay, because that's what we are. We're one people. All right, but because of the curses, and you can even say like a sibling rivalry. All right, we've been fighting against each other like enemies. Again, because of the curses. But at the end of the day, all right, we're the same people. But continues verse 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. Again, coming together as one people, because that's what we are. We're one people. We have the same power. We have the same enemy. You name it. All right. Continuing. It's 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? So, going to explain. It's 19. Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, all right, the northern tribes, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, meaning us coming back together. All right, we're not going to be fighting, oh, Dominicans do it better, Puerto Ricans do it better, Jamaicans do it better. We are the same people. All right, the Israelites do it better because we are the children of the Most High. But continuing, and they shall be one in mine hand. Again, us coming together under YAHAWASHI. That's the only way we're going to come back together. All right, there's no other way. This is 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before thy eyes. All right, the Most High is setting us in order before the world's eyes. I think that's Psalms 50. Okay, that's why it's we become what's the word? I guess you can say an astonishment, or I can't think of the word right now. It's like it'll come to me. But continuing. It's the water. We're made a spectacle. We're made a spectacle. Around the people of this world, even our own people. Seeing us dwelling together in unity. Standing together as one. Now that's foreign. We in the world, Jays can't get together on nothing. Okay, and again, that's the curses. But what's bringing us together? Again, what I'm harping on the point is, which is YAHAWASHI, which is our power, which is our God. All right, and He put His name upon us. He don't care about the other nations. He only cares about His people. All right, and pretty soon we're gonna be on top of them, which is our what you want to say, a God-given right. All right, we are the heritage of the earth, meaning you people also. All right, you other heathen nations. And again, that's why this is this world's worst nightmare, is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up to you are the same people, because what that means is their rulership is over. All right, it's verse 21. Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. All right, the Most High is getting ready, is that great gathering. All right, we have been scattered because of the curses among the four corners of the earth to all these other heathen nations, now where we dwell. All right, until when? Until when the Most High redeems His elect via these so-called UFOs, us beaming us back up and then coming back down, being in New Jerusalem. All right. But continues verse 22, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations. Exactly. Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. So no more division among you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And that king being YAHAWASHI, and then him, and then under which he's going to get into is Malak Dawada, King David. Okay, and this just briefly, this shows you that the people that are in that land today, or in our land, are not the people of the book. Why? Because none of these prophecies fit them. All right. Besides Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9, the false Jews, them that wish they were the children of the Most High, but they cannot be the children of the Most High, because their spirit does not bear witness with the spirit of the Most High. They don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. There's not peace in the earth. The scriptures are not the standard of the world. All right, it's because the wicked is running the world. Okay, and that's Job 9:24. The wicked being in rulership, all right, is it the time of that that set bound is getting ready to be expired. Okay, Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. All right, but I had to bring that point up. Where was I? 23. Ezekiel 37:23. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, with these fake rulers, these fake gods, money. All right, people worshiping Buddha and all this nonsense. All right, that's what has turned us away from the Most High. Our wicked inventions, us going astray. All right, but continuing, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. All right, again, we're being brought back to the Most High. The Most High is cleaning us up, meaning, putting back our covering on, which is His law, statutes, and commandments, all right, of the scriptures. All right, the Most High's word. All right, He's cleaning us up, all right, from all our filth. Okay, so that we can be called His people again, because we have embarrassed Him, so to say. All right, so the Most High turned His face from us. All right, and that punishment that we're having right now, it has a time and end, and that time and end is coming into what it is right now. All right, being the end of this world. This is verse 24. And David, my servant, shall be king over them. Exactly. And they shall all have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. All right, you see the number one, have one shepherd. Okay, one king, over all of them. All right, unity. All right, order, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have despised. All right, but again, we're coming back to our right mind state. All right, this is verse 25. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant. All right, that the children of the promise, the seed of the promise, going on to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob's name later changed to Israel, and then down to the 12 tribes, the 12 patriarchs. All right, and then you down on to today. All right, wherever tribe well, obviously it's through the spirit now, but we all belong to one of those 12 tribes. All right, continuing, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, a covenant of peace. All right, peace between our people. All this fighting and inward fighting and all that stuff is gonna end. All right, Jerusalem, we are the people of peace. All right, but we are victims of circumstance. That's why, really the curses, but that's not who we are. All right, and this world is getting ready to see that. All right, we are a royal people. All right, but continuing, it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. All right, multiply them. That's another part of our blessing. All right, that's why the Bugs Life movie, it's the grasshoppers versus the ants. All right, we are the ants. We are like the sands of the sea. All right, once we realize how powerful we are, we know that the devil knows he's going to be overthrown. All right, because he no longer can dwell in his lies and deception. All right, because he obviously, he's in rulership. The Most High has set him in rulership, but he's been given power. All right, and it's for a temporal moment, and he knows that. All right, just like every kingdom had its time to rule, his kingdom is getting ready to fall. But this kingdom that's coming, all right, which is the kingdom of heaven, is, as we're going to finish out here, is going to be a kingdom forever. And this is the promise, all right, of the people of the promise, all right, the children of the promise, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, that's why Hosea 1 and 10, where it said, you are not my people, because they look at you and say, oh, these are just niggas, is that, whatever, you know. But we are the children of the Most High. And again, these people are getting ready to see. And it's going to say that right here in these scriptures, all right? This is verse 27. My tabernacle also shall dwell with them. Yeah, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Exactly. It's 28. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, do sanctify Israel. All right, Yasharallah. That's the true name of the Most High's people. He, Prince Power. He, Prince of the Power. We are princes, you know, and princesses, okay, of the Most High. And sanctified is sanctification, as separation. The Most High is going to make a separation. Like he did in ancient Egypt, the Most High made a difference between the Israelites and the Egyptians. It's going to be the same thing again today in modern day Egypt, which is so-called America, all right, and wherever else we dwell, because this rulership of so-called America is all over the whole entire world. All right. So again, modern day Egypt. All right. But continuing, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. All right. The Most High is going to be with us forever, as he always been. All right. But it's going to be truly manifest again in this time of this second Exodus. All right. And Lord's Will is 2019. But hey, that Lord's Will is edifying. You know, the point of this lesson was you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are getting ready to dwell in unity, whether you like it or not. You know, whether these heathen nations like it or not. All right, we are getting ready to be brought together, and that's the time we're heading into now. All right, so that means, hey, we're almost out of here. You know, and that goes into come out of my people, separate yourself from these people. All right, because you don't want to be stuck here in this the sifting process, pretty much. You know, if you're not beamed up in these chariots, you know, you're going to be left here